Have you ever felt the ground breathing? I'm not talking about earthquakes or the rumble of heavy machinery underground, not even old legends about the heart of the earth. I mean a real sensation, organic, unsettling, as if the ground beneath your feet wasn't dirt and rock, but skin, living, pulsing skin with veins and hunger, as if something ancient and massive was lying just below, listening. My name is Tomas Rios. I'm a geologist, or at least I used to be before what happened in San Benito del Abismo. A mining company sent me out to survey the land in a remote mountain village. They wanted to dig for copper. Simple assignment, I thought. A couple of weeks in the countryside, gather my data, write my report, and back to the city. San Benito was far from everything. For hours of dirt roads. The houses were old, adobe walls and tin roofs, warped by time and silence. The first thing I noticed was a quiet, not peaceful quiet, heavy quiet, the kind that presses on your chest. Like even the wind knew better than to speak. The locals were polite but distant. They looked at me like they were sorry for me or maybe afraid. I didn't understand it then. One old man, with deep scars across his face and cloudy eyes, pulled me aside my first night and said, "If you hear the creaking, don't answer. The teeth are never full." I laughed, thought he was drunk, a village superstition. But I should have listened. That night, I heard it. It wasn't wind. It wasn't branches. It was a scraping, like something dragging across the underside of the earth. At first, I blamed rats or maybe shifting roots. But no, the sound came from the soil itself. Heavy, rhythmic, deliberate. Each night, it grew louder, more distinct, wet, like something was chewing below the ground. A slow, squishy chewing. Bite, pause, bite, pause. And the air began to change. It smelled like freshly dug earth and something else, something rusty. Then the disappearances began. First, a farmer's donkey, then a dog. No one made a big deal of it. On the third day, a child went missing. A little girl. No screams. No tracks. No blood. She had just vanished, like she'd fallen into the earth. I started asking questions. People avoided me. Some muttered things under their breath. One woman finally looked me in the eyes and said, "When a mouth opens, something must fall in." That night, I went digging for answers in the old town hall. The building was falling apart, its documents damp and moldy. But I found one page, just one, handwritten, with crooked letters and no signature. The earth is not earth. It is flesh. And it doesn't want gold or copper. It wants bones. We feed it so it won't swallow us whole. I was shaking. 2 days later, I ventured to a nearby cave, one the villagers refused to talk about. I brought my gear and a knife I didn't know how to use. Inside, the air was thick. Not humid, warm like breath. The stone walls weren't rough. They were pliable, like thick, leathery skin. The ground pulsed beneath me. I told myself it was my heartbeat, but it wasn't. It was slower, deeper, something alive beating in the dark. And then I saw it. At the bottom of the cave, behind a narrow bend, there was an opening, a massive oval-shaped pit, surrounded by teeth. Huge, uneven, rotting human-like teeth, blackened and worn. Some twitched slightly, like they were chewing air. Inside the mouth, something moved. I couldn't see it fully, but it was alive. And worse, it knew I was there. It didn't have eyes, but it felt me, like it could smell my heartbeat. The air grew hotter. The cave exhaled. I ran. I tripped, fell hard, hit my chest on a rock. I swear, for 1 second, I felt fingers beneath the soil. Thin, bony fingers, grabbing at me, or maybe trying to pull me in. I don't remember how I escaped, just that I made it back to the village. I shouted. I begged people to leave. They looked at me with pity. A woman touched my arm and said, "You woke the mouth." That night, the earth shook, not like an earthquake, but like something turning deep below, like the world itself stretched and flexed to open wide. By morning, the village was gone. Not destroyed, gone. No houses, no rubble, just a massive crater. A perfect circle like a bite taken out of the mountain. And at the bottom, the teeth, still visible, some of them bleeding. Since then, I never stay in one place for long. I don't know if it went back to sleep or if I've been marked. I don't know if I was a witness or the appetizer. But sometimes in the dead of night, when everything is still, I hear it again. The creaking, the breathing, and I know it's getting closer.